Just seconds away from the opening bell, clapping and cheering happening at the New York Stock Exchange, where Times Person of the Year has been named. It is President-elect Donald Trump, and he's ringing the opening bell on Wall Street there, joined by his wife, Melania Trump. You're also seeing Vice President-elect J.D. Vance ringing the bell and up on the podium, as well as, I believe, Jeffrey Sprecher, who is the CEO of the Intercontinental Exchange, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, up on the podium as well. Jessica Sibley, CEO of Time, also ringing the opening bell. This is an annual occurrence for Time. Typically, the Person of the Year joins them to ring the opening bell. They're seeing that here today. Last year, Taylor Swift could not join. This year, President-elect Trump making his first appearance ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, we talk about the significance of this, obviously being named Time Person of the Year, but just going beyond that and how much focus President-elect Donald Trump has placed on the performance of the stock market, especially during his first administration. When you take a look at that past performance index, getting just about 61%, the S&P up until this stage of his first presidency, when you compare it to the performance here of current President Joe Biden. And also when you take a look at the outperformance, I think more notably that we have seen since the election of Trump just about a month and a half ago, we have seen broad outperformance, record high after record high here from the market. A bit optimistic about some of the deregulation efforts that are expected to come under President-elect Donald Trump. Also, some of that excitement surrounding tax cuts. He just made a commentary earlier on this hour talking about the corporate tax rate, his plan to lower the corporate tax rate to 15%. That has really been a focal point of so many strategists that we have talked to here and business leaders that we have talked to over the last couple of months, but especially over the last several weeks, just in terms of setting up here for that 2025 trade. Let's get down to Yahoo Finance's Jared Blikre. He's standing outside of the New York Stock Exchange. Jared.
Thank you, Seana. We're seeing stocks open a little bit to the downside here for the most part, but we are sitting at record highs for the Nasdaq, if not very near, and for the S&P 500. We've also seen small caps come roaring back since the President Trump won the election, and it's been really interesting and fascinating to see which sectors are responding to the news that we will have a lighter touch in regulatory matters, that we will have abroad a different strategy with respect towards China. China has become roaring back recently after suffering an initial pullback, but they're coming out with incredible stimulus measures, and the whole world, I think, is waiting with bated breath to see what President Trump brings to the capital markets once again. And we are standing right here at the nexus of the capital markets. This is the New York Stock Exchange, and as I was just referring to minutes ago, a bit unusual to have a president, much less a president-elect, who's coming here to ring the opening bell, but really not that unusual when you consider that this is Trump's home and also his celebrity status. We do see a lot of celebrities come down here in addition to all the CEOs. But for the markets today, we're kind of lulling or falling into a holiday cadence here, and we're expecting maybe that Santa Claus rally to come at the end of the year, but it has been an historic year already. This is the second year in a row that the S&P 500 has cleared 25%. And so the expectations for next year are even higher. Third year of a bull market tends to be not as strong as the first two, but anything can happen. We have a number of catalysts on the horizon. And with that, I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.